These can sometimes be totally full of lint. If that's the case, all the lint has to come out. This one's not too bad. You can give it a go with the vacuum cleaner, but there's just a little bit in there. This is your blower wheel right here, which is on the back of the motor. That's how you get your airflow. This wheel turns. It's drawing air in this way. So it's sucking air through the element, around the drum, back out of the drum, down to the blower wheel, and then it's being pushed out of here. That's about it for the back of the machine. Just make sure it's all clean, put it back together. Every now and again, this felt can be missing or broken. Just put it back as neatly as you can. If you need to replace it, which is hardly never, but if you need to, the part numbers are in the manual for you, so you can get this little bit of felt. That's it. Okay, what we'll do here, we're going to take a look in the back of the machine. Quarter-inch screws. Okay, what do we have here in the back? We have the start switch right here. If the machine won't start, a lot of people run straight to the start switch, go buy a new start switch, and because it must be the start switch. Hardly ever do the start switches go bad. It happens, but hardly ever do they go bad. I'm going to show you how to test that here in a minute. But you won't even need to bother with testing the start switch, because what we found, remember I've never been in this dryer before, it was very simple. This thermal fuse had blown, needs to be replaced with the thermostat, and then you have a working machine again. So you have the start switch. This right here is a little resistor, and all a resistor is a unit that cuts down the flow of electricity. Just like a faucet on a tap, when you turn the faucet, it lessens the flow of water. Well, all this does, it lessens the flow of electricity, and it's used for when you're doing the automatic dry, because it's measuring the amount of humidity that's left in the drum. Chances of this being bad are about 9 million to 1. They don't go bad. Right here is the buzzer. You know that annoying buzz that happens at the end of the cycle? Leave it connected. The buzzer goes with the machine. And then here you have the timer. All of the terminals on the timer are identified by letters or numbers, depending the age of the machine and so forth. If the timer is bad, again, similar to the washer, if you wiggle the knob, you'll find it suddenly make a connection, and you know you have a bad timer. If you have to replace the timer, there's a couple of screws, one around here, you pull the knob off the other side, the whole thing comes out with the wiring harness still attached to it. The way to replace the timer is just take one wire off at a time and put it onto the new timer. Then the next wire, put it onto the new timer. Just do one wire at a time. If you pull all of these wires off, you now have to go to a wiring diagram to find out where they live. The markings on the wires and the markings on the timer don't always correspond. Also, I found wiring diagrams which aren't correct in the past. So the way to alleviate all of that is just do it one wire for one wire, and you don't have to worry about it. Everything's fine. And plus you don't have to get into wiring diagrams. We're trying to make this nice and simple and easy here. So we just stick with simple and easy. That's the way to do it. And that's the way I always do it, even if I have wiring diagrams with me and everything else, just do it simple. The whole purpose here is not for us to be geniuses particularly, it's to have a working machine. Person is going to buy this machine from you because they need dry laundry. Not because you're a genius. They need dry laundry, and that's what their purpose for buying the machine. So that's what we want to accomplish. All right, I'm going to put this back together now. So let's put it back together here. It's going to take us just a couple of 3 minutes to put this back together. We're going to pretend that I just cleaned this out. That noise that you can hear is actually the clutch on this screw gun. It has an adjustable clutch. I keep it on about 9 or 10, which is just nice. It won't strip the screws, and they're nice and tight. Okay, let's put the back on. All our connections are together here. And definitely make sure that your connections are all connected